Punk, Minna RD, Angry Bird. These were some of the names that attended DreamHack Dallas 2024. And then there's me. How did I do, you might ask? Well, not too great.
It's garbage!
But nevertheless, that didn't stop me from learning some valuable things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So in this video, I'll be sharing the 3 things that I learned while competing at DreamHack Dallas. The first thing that I learned is that I need to have belief in my character. In Street Fighter 5, towards the end of the game's life, what made me so successful at the ending portion of the game was the fact that I had complete and utter faith in the fact that I thought I could win with Ibuki. Now, for those of you that know, at Street Fighter 6, I played Jury, but I was very wishy-washy with this character, especially throughout the early portion of the year, because I just was uncomfortable in the game. I also felt that I was focusing way more on what Jury couldn't do instead of what she could do that made her strong in the eyes of most people. So for example, I would look at things like, oh, she couldn't do certain light strings like characters like Luke could, and I would say that's why I don't think she's that good. It turns out me dwelling on certain things like that was a big hindrance to me as a player, because I just focused on the negative and didn't focus on what she was strong at, such as her fireball, such as her drive rush, and then focusing on how to maximize those tools to effect, because I was worried about what she didn't have as opposed to what she did have that made her strong and that allowed her to be the first $1 million character. And so after going to DreamHack, I was able to talk to a lot of people. From that, my perspective on the character changed, and I have a much better outlook on the character and where I think she's going to be, especially at the beginning portion of the season. And so I'm excited to get back into the grind and learning more about the character, and hopefully with this new mindset I will have greater success. Now, the second thing I learned is the fact that I have world-class neutral but not world-class decision making. I spent a lot of time playing a lot of the players, and one thing that I noticed was I was able to convert in neutral and get a lot of straight hits in neutral more than what I thought I was going to be able to. But one of the biggest things that I did struggle with after getting the hit was the following up of that with the correct decision. So for example, I would get a knockdown and it just seemed like sometimes I would just make the wrong decision when pressuring the opponent. And it wasn't just on offense either, it was on defense too. And when I would get knocked down, I feel like my decision making was a little bit shaky, and so it led for me to taking more damage than what I probably should have in the long run. Now the issue with the decision making is twofold. I think one of it is unfamiliarity, because I don't have a lot of information about a lot of characters in this game, and so because of me not having a lot of information, I feel like my situational awareness is pretty bad, and so it leads me to just making overall bad decisions. And then the second thing is the fact that I pretty much switched to hitboxing. What that does is it removes a lot of the confidence that I have in some of the things that I do, because I'm just unsure about anything, because I have to constantly think about certain other aspects of my game, such as execution, such as walking, such as being able to DP. Stuff that I was able to do on stick flawlessly, now I have to kind of relearn. And having that compiled with my non-knowledge of the game has sort of kind of led to some issues to where I was uncomfortable in making the correct decision. The best way for me to rectify that is just to play the game more and just study the game, and so hopefully I will be able to do that. Now the third and final thing that I learned is the fact that this is probably the most important thing that I've taken away from this event, and that is tournaments are fun. I spent a lot of time thinking about like my success in 5 and trying to replicate that success, especially early on in 6, with very little practice time in the game, very little stuff like that. I just felt like I should be more of a natural and pick up the game and just pick off where I left off in 5, and it just didn't work that way. And so because of that, I would just go into a lot of tournaments and I would have this pressure on me where I feel like, man, I have to live up to the expectations I was at towards the end of 5. I had to live up to those expectations. I have to be that guy. I have to be him. And it just made tournaments more stressful for me and less fun. And I forgot why I was playing in an event, because I initially started with fun, and for me it just became more of, oh, I need to protect my image, I need to protect what I've built, instead of just saying, man, you know what, I'm here to learn, I'm here to get better, I'm here to just have fun and just enjoy the experience, because going to tournaments are fun and it's just the overall great experience. And I missed a lot of just having that in my mind because I was so focused on what I was trying to be as opposed to living and just enjoying the moment. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys were able to take this and learn from my mindset and just grow, because that's ultimately what it's all about, just getting better daily and working towards our goals. And so if you enjoy these type of videos, consider liking the video and also hit that sub button, because we're on our way to 5K and I want you guys to be a part of the journey. So with that being said, guys, appreciate you guys tuning into the video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.